Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you all that the unit 3 of the Pedagogy of English. So here you will learn very simplest topic, that is listening and speaking. So what are the types of listening, what are the types of speaking, and so here you will learn the subskill of listening and speaking also. So listening and speaking are one of the most important in the learning any language, not only English. You can learn any language, but the listening and the speaking is also must and crucial part of the language learning. So here you will learn this only. So if you are keep the interest on the subject, then you can easily learn this. And so going to the topic, that is listening is actually a complex skill that encompasses the various subskill and types. Those includes the types of listenings are discriminative listening. Discriminative is nothing but the differentiating. So if you understand the difference between the sounds, words and phrases of the English, then it is one of the type of the English. Different discrimination of the listening, that means you need to distinguish between the similar words. There are many similar words, like if you're confusing words and similar words, like many of them in the English, like a week and everything, like similar pronunciation but the different meaning. So here there are many, so you need to distinguish between the similar sounds, words and phrases. So the second thing is a comprehensive listening, understanding the main ideas, detail, inference. So through the subject and through the grammar, what is the purpose to learn that grammar? What are the objectives of the grammar? You need to learn that comprehensive listening. So the next thing is selective listening. That means specific information or a speaker focusing on the specific information. If you have interest in learning the phrases or anything, passive voice, everything related to grammar, that means focus on specific information, then only you can learn effectively. Active listening, engaging with the speaker, asking questions and clarifying, that means here only the listening part only. So that means you need to effectively listen and communicate with the speaker. Whatever their teacher is telling, you need to speak, you need to understand the all the matter, right? So if you have any doubt there, then you can ask that doubt without any doubt, right? The next thing, passive listening, receiving the information without actively engaging. Receiving the information without actively engaging. So, passive listening. Active with the sense direct listening, passive indirect listening. So, actively. So, is here the part is means, that means actively learning, right? Directly learning, directly clarifying the doubts. Passive learning, passively, indirectly learning, indirectly clearing the doubts, those, right? And the next thing is subskill of listening. We have read that the types of listening. Now we are learning that the subskill of listening, types of listening and subskill of listening. So here, phonological awareness. Phonological is nothing but the recognizing the sounds, intonations, and rhythms of the language. And the lexical access, understanding and vocabulary and words, meanings, and everything. And the syntactical processing, analyzing the sentence structure and the grammar. And the semantic process, that means context and meaning, interpreting the meaning and context. Pragmatic processing, that means speaker intent, tone and implementation. Like here it will be actually interpret in the rhymes, poems and everything, right? So the retention and recall, remembering and recalling the information. Inference and implication, that means drawing conclusions and making content connections. Emotional intelligence, so recognizing and responding to the emotions and tones. So developing these sub skills and types of listening can enhance the overall listening proficiency and improve the communication effectiveness, right? So here with these steps you can with these examples, with these sub skills, you will efficient and proficient in the efficiently you can learn this language by the listening only sub skills. So and the next thing is techniques, how the materials are helpful for the teaching listening for the teachers. Auditory discrimination, first thing is the auditory discrimination. Auditory, which means the sounds, identifying the sounds, words and phrases. So the listening comprehensions, understanding the main ideas and details and inferences. Note taking, writing down the key information while listening. So everything is processed by the listening only. And then summarizing paragraph, considering the information. Audiovisual aids like authentic materials using real life recording, podcast, new broadcast and supporting listening images, films and etc. So gradual release, that means increasing listening complexity and independence. Active listening, encouraging the students to engage them with the material. So materials for the teaching listening is the, so there are many materials like audio recordings, videos, listening comprehension passages and quizzes, and audio visual materials, films, TV shows, online resources like BBC Learning English, TED Talks and everything, mobile apps also. Nowadays Duolingo is very much preferred by the audience and society. And authentic materials, whatever the here the Duolingo, you can whatever the language you want to learn, it's very easy and simple to learn through this language app. So authentic materials, new article, interviews and speeches, classroom activities, role play, discussions, that's a direct real time situations, everything. So effective listening instructions combines the techniques and materials to engage the students and improve their listening skills. So teacher can adopt these techniques and materials to suit their teaching styles and students needs. So now I had told that the previously listening and speaking, so both are the only this type of the uh, to learn the language. So the sub skills of speaking, here the speaking means pronunciating, right? So the articulation, that means pronouncing the words and sound accurately. Fluency, speaking smoothly and continuously without any hurry and without any mistakes, you can read fluently. So vocabulary, using appropriate words and phrases. Grammar, using a correct sentence structure and the syntax. Pronunciation, producing the correct intonation, stress and rhythms. Comprehensibility, speaking clearly and being easily understood. Coherence, that means organizing ideas and expressing them logically. Appropriacy, using the language suitable for the context and audience. Discourage management, initiating, maintaining and ending conversations. So turn taking, participating in conversation and taking turns for the speaking. Repair, that means correcting errors and clarifying the misunderstandings. Feedback, responding to others and providing the feedback. So to develop these sub skills can help the improve overall speaking proficiency and enhance the communication effectiveness. Some of the techniques of the speaking skills like a role plays, group discussions, debates, presentations and fluence exercises and pronunciation practice and vocabulary building activities and etc. So these are the techniques. Fluency exercise, that means the student needs speak the fluently and freely also. Fluency exercise, through the making practice only they can be excellent in the English, right? So accuracy exercise means a grammar and pronunciation, focus on the grammar and pronunciation. Role play, practicing a real life scenario and dialogues and everything. So group discussions means collectively discuss on the particular topic in English. So presentations also like a developing the students ability to the present their own ideas and explain it clearly and fluently in English. Information gap activities, encouraging students to share their information. Debates. So debate can be develop the critical thinking and the argumentation skills. Conversational activities like practicing everyday conversations. Materials for the teaching speaking is picture cards and visual aids, role play scenarios and dialogues, debates topics and presentation topics and guidelines, audio and video recordings and conversation starters and icebreakers, language learning apps, authentic materials, both the same. For the listening and speaking, the techniques are similar somewhat, and effective speaking instruction combines the techniques and materials to build the students confidence and the fluency in speaking, and teachers can adapt these techniques and materials to suit their teaching styles and students needs, fostering a supportive and engaging the learning environment. So coming to the fifth one is activities. What are the activities the teacher or a student develop the listening and speaking skills? Might be, it can be the techniques. Here you can add those techniques whatever you have learned previously, that listening and speaking techniques you can add in here also, like audio description like with the visual aids, news broadcast, role play, audio description with the comprehensive questions, and dictations. And dictation, while dictation you can listen the word and write the words. That means here listening skill will be developed, listening and drawing. So speaking activities like a picture description, role play and group discussion, presentation, debate, interview, storytelling and conversation dialogues. So these activities can adapt to suit their different levels and ages, and can be used in various teaching contexts. They aim to develop the listening and speaking skills as well as the vocabulary, grammar and pronunciation. So I hope you're understanding these the topics, like it's very simple topics, and you need to be observe it clearly, keenly. Once you observe the clearly the understand the clear objective of this subject, you can easily you can write by your own words also. It's simple, and I hope you are understanding all this subject. And thanks for watching my video, and thanks for subscribe. Please do subscribe my channel, and thank you.